Adele, I think you've got this booklet as well yourself.
Yeah, I
Should
do.
be called Equations Book 3. All right, let's do this. And you probably even remember equations. We did it last term as well. Okay.
We did? Okay. Wait, no, I don't
Equations.
have it. Isn't it Equations Book 2?
You don't have book 3?
I don't think. Wait. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I have it either.
No, I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, I'll definitely I'll see why this wasn't printed for you. I'll check it out. I'll see what happened there. That's okay. Equations, Unit 1, one-step equations, addition and subtraction. The first bits are very easy. I guess there are a few things we want to remember. We need to know our opposites. What are our opposites? Our opposites of adding is subtracting and vice versa. Opposite of multiplying is dividing, and again, vice versa. And for the harder questions, and I think it's important to know this, the opposite of squared, so you know how we always say squared or x squared, whatever. So squaring is square root, rooting, root, square root. Now, that on your calculators is right next to your x squared button. So if you look at your calculator, you're going to have a fraction button. Then you'll have a square root button. That's the square root. Then next to it, you'll have your x squared. So that's your squared button. And that's your square root. Square root. So these guys are opposites of each other as well. Just so for those who are interested, square root of 9, for example, is 3, which just means 3 squared, 3 times 3 is 9. So that's what the square root does, right? It takes off the squared term. Nothing you need to worry about just yet, so don't let that confuse you. But you'll need it eventually for the harder style questions that we're going to look at. All right, so we need to know opposites. And I guess that's, and we need to know we're solving, we're trying to solve, we're solving or finding the letter, the pronumeral, the letter, the x, however you want to think about it. All right, we're solving / finding the letter, which means it's got to be by itself. All right, opposites. So let's keep that opposites in mind. Let's have a look at the first question. It says x plus 3 equals 11. I've got to get rid of this plus 3 because I'm trying to just find x. So how do I get rid of a plus 3? What's the opposite of plusing 3?
Subtracting.
Subtracting 3. You do it to both sides, so you balance the scale. So what you've got, just so I want to show you guys this in a I guess in a vision. I guess I'll show you guys this in a visual sense, right? So for example, imagine you had a set of scales, a horrible set of the scale. This scale is balanced. If I decide to add something in here, let's call it an apple, what's obviously going to happen? It's going to imbalance this thing, right? It's going to start looking something like this now.
Sam?
Yep.
You're glitching a bit. We couldn't
Glitching
really
a little bit?
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening.
People's... Yep. In a second. What about now?
It's a bit better.
Better now?
No, it's still the same.
Still the same? All right,
Yeah. Oh, well, it's a bit better.
A second. See if I can. All right. That should be better for now, hopefully. So I was just saying we've got a set of scales, and right now it's balanced. But if I decide to put an apple in there, it's obviously going to imbalance this, and it might look something like this. Let's say, just for dramatic effect, it'll look something like this, right? It'll imbalance it. This will be a little bit heavier, which isn't allowed when we're doing this whole algebraic equation. So what we're trying to do is if we add an apple here, we've got to add an apple here as well. Right? Keep everything equal. Or the other way around. If I decide to take an apple out, if I take an apple out from here, I've got to also take an apple out from here. So if we keep that logic, like I was saying here, I've got a plus 3. What we're going to do is subtract 3 from both sides. And the idea of that is you're balancing it. You're not really changing the equation, and that's actually allowed. So what are you left with here? You're left with just x. Let's actually keep everything in line so you guys can see this. X, and then equals 11 take away 3 is 8. Let's do that again. There's a plus 9. I need to find just the letter by itself. So I subtract 9. So A equals 25 take away 9, which is 16. Again, the plus 9 and the minus 9, they cancel out. That's the whole point.
Sam?
Yes?
What's the point of negativing, like minusing the
opposite.
9
So
again?
the opposite. So you have to do the opposite so you can get rid of it. So the whole idea is you're meant to do the opposite to get rid of the plus 9. So in this case, again, if I've got a plus 1, I need to get rid of it because what's our aim? Our aim is right here. What's our aim? Solving or finding the letter. Does it say are you allowed to have a plus 1 with the letter?
No.
You're meant to just get k equals. You just want the letter. So how do we do that? We've got to get rid of this plus 1. How do we get rid of this plus 1? Minus 1. And then what you do to one side, you've got to do to the other side. So 36 take away 1, 35.
So what if you do it on that number? You have to do it on like the
other one.
equals.
You balance it. Just like I was saying with the scale. You want to try to balance the scale. So if you take an apple out, you want to take an apple from the other side out as well.
Okay.
So it's always going to be balanced. If you're going to put an apple in, you've got to put an apple in. So again, if it's a plus 7, we're going to minus 7, minus 7. So B equals 10. 17 take away 7. This method's easy for some. Otherwise, there's also this method that's allowed. If some students circle the plus 3 and then they draw an arrow so that they know that that has moved to the right hand side, and then of course you're left with M equals 23, and then the opposite of plus 3 is minus 3, and then they get 20. Whereas I feel like that's okay if you know what you're doing. Of course, that's really good. It's faster, but it is easier for some students to see the subtraction sign. So minus 3. All right, let's try it again. Plus 3. What do we do to both sides? Y plus 3 equals 22. We're just going to subtract 3 from both sides. These two cancel out. Y equals 19. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anyone confused at any of these 6? Maya, how you going with these? You okay?
Can we just repeat it one more time?
Yep. Can we do it with negatives and see if you understand these?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the opposite of, obviously, of subtraction?
Negative.
No, opposite of this
Plus.
plusing. So instead of minusing 5, we're going to plus 5, and then the whole idea is you balance it. So you plus 5 on this side, and then you're left with y equals 16 plus 5, which is 21.
The screen's not moving, like the text is not popping up. I don't know if you're writing or not.
All right, hold on. Do you see it now?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So it's a bit slow for you on your end?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still the 21 yet? Or
No, I'm still at the 16 plus 5.
you see, what? Say it again? Oh, you just see the 2 plus 5. Okay.
Yeah, the 2. Alright,
that's
now I've got
super
y equals 21.
Whoa. Okay. Is that happening to anyone else right now? Did that happen? Like, was it that slow?
No.
Yeah, it was before for me, but now it's much better.
Okay, so Matt. I'm just thinking if we should just turn it off and restart it. Sometimes that helps. Wait, let's see. The next one, Maya,
Yeah.
do you see me writing a +9
Yeah.
right now? You did.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Maybe it was just a one-off. We'll see. So, how do I get rid of this -9? You're going to plus it, but then the idea is this just cancels out, right? Because you're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But then what do you have to do to the right-hand side? You've got to balance it. So you got to still add a 9 here.
Yeah.
Do you get that? So therefore you get n equals
30.
21 plus 9, which is 30. And then you guys can check it. Look what you had. You had n, take away 9 is 21. So then the answer is 30, take away 9, which is actually 21. So that's what you're trying to do. Trying to work out that. All right, let's do it again. T minus 5 equals 17. What do I do? Plus 5. So T equals 17 plus 5, 22. Yeah, Maya, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do all of these. Don't worry. All right, let's get going. Question 2. P take away 3 equals 15. Well, I'm just going to pick one by one. Hold on. Let's just do that to make sure. Tell me what to do to both sides. Alvaro? No? Andrea?
Sam, could you
Oh.
repeat that?
Alvaro, can you tell me what to do with question 2A?
Okay, so the thing I find easier is take the 3 and put it on the end. So
Okay, so you definitely find that easier. Yep, perfect.
yeah, and so the answer would be 18.
15 plus 3,
Yeah,
which
18.
is 18. Good job. Andrea, I guess let's do B.
So the opposite of like minusing is plussing. So you do 18 plus 5.
You're going to just do 18 plus 5.
Yeah.
You start to realize that you're not really, I don't really care about this bit here so much. You more care about the opposite of minus 5 is plus 5, which is 18 plus 5 is 23. Looks good. Chloe, next one. M equals
Wait, Sam, isn't it 22?
18 plus 5. Nope, 23.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Chloe, C
So you do 31 plus 6,
plus 6.
which will equal 42.
Wait. 31 plus 6.
Oh, sorry.
37. Right? Are we looking at the same
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. All good. Cindy, D, N equals
6.
6. 5 plus 1. 6. E, Gracia, T equals. Ooh, what would you do to both sides, Gracia? So what are you going to do to get rid of this -4?
Make it a positive.
Make it a positive, right? So this cancels out. What's -7 plus 4? Minus 7 plus 4.
Minus 11.
Ooh, nope.
Minus 3.
Yep. You can't do that. You can't take a guess and then Sam goes, oh, wrong, and then you gotta be careful. All right, all good. Maya, let's do this F. Again, how do I get rid of this minus 3?
Your thing's very slow again. It's still on E.
Still on E. All right. Let me know once.
Alright, back now.
Yep, back. All right. F, A minus 3 equals negative 8. How do I get rid of it? Because you're trying to solve for A. You only want A. So how do I get rid of the minus 3?
Plus it.
We're going to plus it, but that's not allowed. You can't just do it to one side. You've got to balance it to here.
Which would be a
Yeah. What's minus 8 plus 3? Be careful.
Oh, minus it.
Minus 8 plus 3.
Oh. Would it be minus 11?
No.
Ah.
So I can see you guys are a little bit weak in your integers. Minus 8, so think of it like this. There's 0. Negative 8 is somewhere there. You're adding 3, so you're going this way. So it gets to negative 5. Minus 11 would be minusing even more.
Mhm.
So just be careful of that. G. Matthew.
You
Yep,
said
that's
me, yeah?
I know, I can see it. G,
Wait, did you
this
say
one here.
me?
Yes. So that's me. I know that I can see because
Alright,
I'm on my hotspot. So
yeah.
when they call me, when I get calls, my internet disconnects for a little bit.
Y equals 2.
So to both sides. I just want to make sure we know how to do that. So how do I get rid of the plus 7?
You make it negative 7, and minus 7, and then 9 minus 7 gives you 2, and therefore y equals 2.
Thank you very much. All right, next one. Samity, next one.
You had minus 3 on both sides, so x would equal 25.
Ooh, you don't. Minus 3.
I mean plus
It's a
3,
minus
sorry.
3. Opposite. It's okay.
So x
I
would
know.
equal 31.
X would equal to 31. Zara. Ooh, changed it up a little bit because the A's here, but I think you know what to do. What's in front of the 7, Zara? Zara? No, not there.
She left.
She's gone. Adele, your turn. What's in front of the 7? Is it a plus or a minus, you think?
In front or
In
behind?
front of the 7 right now. Right now,
Plus.
a plus. If there's nothing there, it's always an imaginary plus.
Yeah.
So how do I get rid of a plus 7?
You like
Take it away.
yeah.
Minus 7. Opposite. Opposite. Then you minus 7 here. So A equals 24 take away 7. 17.
Yeah. Your mouse
You get
is
that?
slow for me as well.
Yeah, slow. Give me a second. What's happening? Hold on. These calls. All right.